Hi, it's Sandy Parker, and welcome to Crafting for Almost Everyone. Today we're going to be making a Christmas tree out of fabric and a foam tree. I hope you'll stay tuned. Well, first I want to show you some cards I've gotten over the last year. I feel badly that I haven't showed these, but you know, sometimes I'm a little slow in the uptake. This one is from my friend Frances. She uses those hunky-dories, the layering pieces. I think they're so cool. This is also from Frances, and she's making the trifold card. Pretty. Frances makes really beautiful cross stitches, and this is the ornament she made me last year. I know, I'm so slow in getting these things up, but it's really cute, isn't it? Then this one is from Robin. This one is from my friend Sherry. She's very talented. Another one from Frances. This one is from my friend Elizabeth. She does a nice job with layering with window cards. This one might also be from her. This one's also from her. This is from last year. And she gave me this Happy Easter die. Love it. Another one from Frances with the cross stitch in it. Beautiful. If you sent me a card in the last year and I haven't shown it, I apologize. I've really tried hard to keep them and make sure that I show them when I get them or in the year that I get them, because, you know, I'm not up on this very much this year. Been a rough year with my health. Anyway, so let's get started with our project. The first thing I want to make sure you know is that you need to have a base for it. Now, this isn't the base I'm going to use. This is just the base that I have for right now. But you're going to want to have something that it sits on. And you're also going to want to make sure that when you do that, that you're going to have some dowels or something that are pushed up in there to ensure that your tree doesn't come off. Now I have this, it's a lollipop plastic thing. Yeah, plastic thing, you know what I'm saying. I'm just going to cut it, whoa, and see how far I can fly it. I'm going to cut it in thirds and try and round everybody back up. Get back in the pool. Okay. So here's my 3 pieces. And I'm going to put them, I'm hoping I can get these to be kind of centered. Okay. And let's see if I can put that one more toward the front. And if it's not going to work, I can always squeeze them in more. What you're going to do is you're just going to pinch them and push it in like that. One of them's too far out. Got to move it in closer. You could use dowels, like little skewers for this. The point is you just need something that will hold them, hold your little tree even. The reason I'm doing it now is so it'll be easier for me to put my fabric on. Now Rich and I cut a lot of fabric, probably way more than we'll need, and we had all kinds of issues cutting it. For those of you who are really good with those rotary cutters, I am not good with those. Neither is Rich, frankly. And so in the end, we really struggled with how to cut things, and we ended up with a lot. Well, that didn't work, did it? We ended up with a lot of frays that I don't know what I'm going to have to do about that. I don't know if it's going to show up, but if it does, I guess we'll have to worry about that then. I have 5 different kinds of fabric, and I'm going to put those out. Some of them are wet because in order to cut them, I don't use my iron, so I just wet everything to make sure that it would work. flatten it out, straighten it out, you know what I'm saying. I have 2 plaids, a solid gold, a gold with flowers, and a green with gold stars on it. Now, I'm not thrilled with the green with the gold stars. I'll tell you right now, Rich really struggled cutting it, and so it's really hacked up. But, you know, we're going to go with it probably anyway. My silver, or my gold, is pretty whacked up too. I'm just going to do the best I can with this. If this tree looks terrible, then obviously we're not going to use it. But if it doesn't, then we are going to donate it to a local nursing home where I like to give things this time of year. So before we put our tree together, I thought I would do the topper, which is going to be one of these stars I got at the Dollar Tree. I looked in my Dollar Tree locally and did not find them recently, but I did buy these this year, so I don't know if maybe some of the stores have them and some of them don't. I'm going to use this gold tinsel embossing powder from Ranger, and that's going to be what we're going to make our molten star for the top of our tree. If you saw the video where I made Christmas ornaments with this technique, I'm going to do the same thing as I did before, and that is you just put Versamark ink on your wooden piece, and you want to make sure you put enough of the glitter on and tap off any excess. Ooh, ignore that. I'm going to push that over there. Then you're going to get your heat tool and you're going to get it super hot. And I'm going to use this silicone mat, also from the Dollar Tree. Okay. Then we're going to flip it over. Okay. Okay. Now, if you want to make this more glittery, you can. And the way you do it is you would take your glitter and put a layer of glue on. Well, all right, I'll just do it for you so you know exactly how to do it, right? Okie doke. Here is my Arteza glitter jars. And I put little dots, I'll take that out of there, on the top so you can see what color gold or every other glitter is. And I think I'm going to go with this one. It's a little bit more yellow, but I'm still going to go with it, I think. And then, let me get this out of the way, and I'll show you how to do it. There are a lot of ways you can do this. I'm going to use some Barely Art glue. This is my glue. I'm just going to wipe it so that it's just got the same layer all the way around. Do the same on this side. And rub it around with my finger like I did the other side. Woo! Don't jump off, buddy. Stay there. I need you. Okay, then we're going to take our little, what do you call this thing? Shaker. Yeah, shaker. We're going with that. Ooh, it's pretty. And we're going to flip it over to the other side. I guess I could just do this. Yeah, here we go. So that's what it's going to look like. I'm going to put that on my Versamark. And then I'm going to try and get rid of this mess. So what I've done is I used my first line of marks and I glued one row around. Sorry, I missed my video cut out, so you know how that goes. I also glued some strips of this plaid paper onto the bottom. I don't think you'll ever see that, but I wasn't sure, so I went with it anyway. So the next row we're going to start on an offset. So in this case, let's start with one of these plaids. If you have a bunch of strings coming off, like you can see on this one, see that? All those strings. Turn it over so you can see the straight edge, and then gently cut off that edge so that so you don't have such a weird edge and you don't have all those crazy pieces hanging off. Same thing on this side. I'm going to, when I do the gluing these down, I'm probably going to have Rich just speed through it because I don't know how much I can say about gluing. I could say something about gluing, but I don't know if it would make any difference to you. I'm going to make sure the top edge is straight too. Okay? And then you've got, don't forget, you have to have that little poofy at the bottom. Poofy, it's a word. You're going to line it up so that you see this line. I have my glue setting on low because I don't want to destroy my styrofoam. Then I'm going to line it up between, see, there's the original one in that plaid. And then here's the next one in the plaid. So then the next piece is going to be one of these. And again, if it's weird, trim it off. I think this is the time to trim it, but if you want to trim them when you cut them, go ahead. This is easier for me to do it. Got a weird. And if you have like a, I'm going to show you this. If you have, see how this one, I cut it and there's a part in the back that's kind of weird. Make sure you glue that on the back. No one's going to see that. So we're just going to, our second one is right here. You're going to overlap them a little bit. Like I'm going to put this one right over the edge of the first one. You see how that's over that? Okay. Then I need one of these plaid ones. Okay, then again, you're going to overlap just a little bit. And make sure it's straight up to your little line. See the little line right there? Right there. Make sure that little line is. Then the next one is a gold one. Okay, well, I've kind of fast forwarded for you so you didn't have to watch me do this, but I am going to go from this point on. The one thing I did try to do is make sure that my pattern matched up all the way around. So like if I ended on a gold one, that the next layer would be gold a little bit offset. You see this row, how it's offset? That's my thinking of how I wanted it to look with the, you know, offset. And all these strings that are on here that are glue strings, we'll just use our heat tool to get rid of those. You do need to trim them if yours are as hairy as mine are. So you can see this better, and you can see that I'm lining it up on those black dots that I made with my Sharpie. Then the next one is a flowered one of these. So at this point, I have most of my tree done. I didn't think you'd really be interested in watching me glue a lot of fabric to a tree, so I skipped around and I'm now at the top section. Now when you do this, the best thing you can do is make sure that as you get to the top that you start using thinner pieces of fabric. See if this will stay in here now. Oh, isn't it cute? Hold on, I'll turn it sideways so you can see it. I'll hot glue the candle holder to the bottom to make sure it stays, but right now it's pretty cute. Then I'm going to go to my last couple rows, and I'm going to start with one of these. I don't know if you saw this, but I added some fabric to the top and some fabric to the bottom. Just hot glued it on there. I really didn't have a, you know, it wasn't like I was hoping for a perfect look. I just wanted to make sure that it had some kind of finish to it. Like I said, not looking for perfection, just looking for something that was going to make it cute. I'm overlapping, if I didn't already say that, I'm overlapping these so that you don't ever see a gap between your pieces of fabric. I've got to be impressed with how I'm pretty accurate with the number of gold pieces I cut. I mean, I thought I would be so short on all of these, and the fact that I'm not blows my mind because I really didn't think this would go well. I've added some bling to it. I'll show you what I've done. I had some of these little sparkly, I don't know what you'll call them, well, I don't know what they're called. It's called a flat back. Ugh, finally. Okay, so I have all of these little flat backs too, and I thought these would be fun to strategically place around, and I think size-wise these are better because they're not as big. Oh, they're all stuck to my thing. Oh, jeepers creepers. What are you doing, Sandy? I'm going to put one there. So now I'm going to glue on some things that I found. They were wine glass. You identify your wine glass, so whoever's using which glass. Anyway, they had these fun Christmas shapes, and so I thought I would turn this on its side so you can kind of see it better, and we're going to just glue some of these on. And then I have these ones that are silver. Maybe I'll just go with gold. Maybe not. We'll just try some of these and see what we think. I think ornaments would be different. It wouldn't make a difference if they were silver or gold, because on a tree you just put on whatever you like. You don't care about silver or gold, but this tree was all gold until this moment, and now it's got silver on it, so I wasn't sure if I would like that or not, but so far it doesn't bother me. You can tell me in the comments if you think that was a mistake. I'll show you. I'm going to have to turn on its side. Unfortunately, it's really hard to glue things on when I'm have it straight up and down. I can't show you as well. It's easier when it's straight up and down for me to see it, but it's not easy for you guys to see it, so that stinks. Doesn't it just? So I'm gonna glue some of these on, and then I'm gonna go back to having you guys look at it once I've turned it on its side. I have to say our tree came in okay. For me following somebody else's pattern and really not even taking it with me. I just looked at it for maybe, I don't know, 30 seconds. And then I decided, oh, I could do that. And this is the end result of it. I'm trying to get some of the fuzz off of it from the hot glue. I will run my, I'll run my heat tool over it. That'll eliminate them. But I don't know, I like to play with those. I like to pull them off myself. So here's our finished tree. It was a lot of fun to do. It was very simple. I wasn't sure how hard it would be to do, but it wasn't hard at all. And I think it turned out really cute. I hope you enjoyed this and that maybe it gave you an idea of something you could try for Christmas. It didn't take long, like I said. The longest part is cutting all of your material, and that really, you could make it all one pattern and make it maybe faster. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this, that you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Please tell your friends about me on social media because you know I love that. And thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.